Hello, everyone, and welcome back to D&D&D&D&D campaign number 1, Under Locks and Keys. Welcome to the final chapter of this campaign, Chapter 8, Under Locks and Keys. When we last left off, after poring over their notes, Anna and Dr. Ku came to the realization that the Boomergangers' final key, which they've had in their possession for at least a good long while, is currently with them on their moon base. Which, of course, left the question of how to get to the moon. Managing to strike a bargain with the Dark Elf mercenary leader you had befriended, you were led into the far depths of the Underdark, the peak of, or rather depth of usual Underdark travel, where you found some leftover starships from the days of yore, and managed to find a working portal that took you and the ship to the great desert expanse of the moon. Finding the Boomergangers' moon base and making your way inside, you found that it wasn't the Boomergangers originally. Before they came along, a strange contagion had swept through the dome, turning all those within into zombified walking corpses. Managing to avoid agitating the horde, you were led through the base quietly by a mysterious voice that revealed itself to be the Boomergangers' AI that operates their base and manages their operations. Introducing himself as Amos, the AI explained that they were meant to be a perfect intelligence to manage the Boomergangers' operation, but through spying on you through their satellite network, had slowly begun developing an obsession with Mr. Gory. An obsession that had slowly turned into love. Falling for his kindness and endless depths of honor and empathy, you persuaded the AI to assist you, even if they didn't turn on the Boomergangers outright, and attempt to negotiate a peace. However, when Lieutenant Concaro and the other admins of the Boomergangers arrived, they were not alone to conduct those negotiations. The master of the Boomergangers finally made a personal appearance, where he explained to you that the Boomergangers don't just stand for the advancement of technology, and everything you've heard about the door or what's behind it is at least partially true. The spirit of an ancient Second Age warlord lurks behind that door, unable to pass into the afterlife as they literally died before the afterlives existed. Unable to be sealed away or permanently eliminated, the gods were forced to seal the spirit along with other Second Age artifacts behind the doorway. Only a perfect union of magic and technology being able to open the door and its contents. The Boomergangers intend to release this spirit that they have taken to worshiping as something akin to a god, who will usher in a new era where magic is exterminated from the world and technology usurps it. A theoretical perfect world where all creatures are created equal. But following a bloody and chaotic battle, most of the keys have been removed from your possession, and you were forced to flee the moon base for your lives. Amos narrowly avoiding deletion by managing to blockade his code, but that leaves him unable to process anything else but his continued survival. And Alfred has sworn that when this is over, should he survive, he will do everything he can to restore Amos to some semblance of life. Forced to flee the moon base, the Boomer Ganger's warning echoes in your ears that while they would love nothing more than to negotiate to open the door peacefully, they have taken every precaution to prevent any kind of magical interference. And should you refuse to negotiate and hand over the remaining 2 keys, one of which is in the hands of your assassin ally Blue Moon, and the other in the hands of your young draconic friend Kodogwal, you must bring them the keys so they can open the door. And if you don't, they have warned you that they will burn the world searching for you, searching for them. And if that fails, they are more than willing to level Tortage and kill everyone on the island in order to blow the door open. You are now all that stands between the world and a technological usurpation where magic is exterminated. And as far as you know, everyone you know that possesses any sort of magic, if they survive, they will be a shell of who they once were in the new world. And that is where we pick back up. As you make your escape from the moon base, is there anything you would like to do before you reach the ship? If I recall correctly, you just correct me if I'm wrong. You were planning to just press to get through the moon base as quickly as possible, even if that meant taking some exhaustion.
Hmm. I mean, I would prefer not to take exhaustion.
I mean, unless we sleep here.
I mean, are we relatively safe?
There is granted the undead to consider, but in theory you could sleep here. You've done it before.
I mean,
we could take watches.
can we see the outside?
Yeah. The dome is always visible. Why?
Okay, how's the outside looking?
Yes. It is currently double checking here. Night is going to be falling soon. So you can see the greenery outside the moon base is beginning to rapidly recede as the side of the moon you usually see from the planet is now turning to face it. But remember, it would take you several hours to get to a place that you know you can get out there anyway, so.
By then, yeah.
I mean, like I said, I would rather not be exhausted. We don't know, if we're gonna get attacked by the zombies or if anything else is gonna happen at this point.
I'd like for us to get as close as we can to our way out if we can. But we have to, I guess, set up camp.
Alright, I think that's doable.
Okay. In that case, you Make your way into the depths of the moon base, leaving the shell of the Boomerganger's headquarters behind you. Most of it was evacuated, and a lot of it was heavily damaged in the magical carnage you created in your initial assault. You don't see much sign of the surviving Boomergangers that escaped, so it's hard to say exactly what awaits you at this point. You make your way into the depths of the moon base, heading back the way you had come originally. And the furthest you can go before you definitely would need to set up camp would be at the foot of that temple that you had been guided through blindly. Amos might, you can call for him if you want him to try and guide you, but yeah, you would recall that there are things in there that even the Boomergangers do not fully understand, and would be better off not even seeing.
That's not entirely comforting.
But you are free to camp at the foot of it, and then try to find your way through in the morning if, yeah, you wish to set up camp and avoid exhaustion.
Yeah, definitely.
Alfred, good with you?
Yeah.
Okay. You settle in at the foot of the temple, the uncanny silence echoing around you. No, Amos's voice no longer offering even that much comfort. You can see in the distance your home world looming in the sky as the plant life outside of the dome recedes to freezing cold and expanse of white desert. Do you guys wish to take watches, or are you just gonna sleep? Given the circumstances of the party, I'll say just if both of you take a shift, then you can have watches, but if you just wish to rest, that's fine too.
I mean, I'm definitely for taking watches, especially with, zombies literally being around.
Yeah, fair. Alfred, that good with you?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, both of you roll perception. Given that there are ambient lights, you don't have to worry about dark vision. So.
Oh, sweet. Because I don't have dark vision.
Do I?
Better. Even better.
Yeah, isn't it great how two people at night are trying to find perception?
Well, that's why it's good there's lights.
Since I have a
Yeah, right?
one.
You have a -1 perception?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That really sucks.
I rolled decent.
Okay. Let me roll real quick.
Also, just for my reference, who's doing what shift? Like, who's staying up first?
I'll stay up first, so I don't care.
Okay. In that case, sorry, perception?
Let's see here. Perception. Oh, I have a +5 for perception, so that's good. Not great. 10.
Okay. And Alfred.
16.
Okay.
Nice.
You all set up camp at the foot of the temple, and Asari, you take the first shift of monitoring the surroundings while Alfred gets some sleep. But you have a hard time focusing. Luckily, as far as you know, all you have to really do is just stay quiet and make sure a shambling corpse doesn't sneak up on you, but
Yeah.
it's hard to focus. The battle from today and everything that ensued, both before and afterwards, swirls in your head. The master of the Boomergangers being so ruthless and cold as to gamble with your life in the way that he felt you gamble with his. Willing to use whatever strange, archaic in its own way, yet unthinkably advanced weaponry to literally level towns in an effort to chase you, to drive you out of hiding, to threaten your loved ones.
Yeah,
By the
I'm
time your
probably like
shift,
constantly thinking about like how, like, if my mom's alright, and just worrying about her.
Mhm. By the time your shift ends, at the very least, the camp does not come under attack.
That's
But
good.
you're eager to go down for sleep yourself and
Yeah.
watch along to Alfred. Alfred, you take the following shift and monitor the surroundings carefully. Your head a little bit clearer. Things were always very simple for you. You have a code of honor that you follow. You do what is good and right because it is good and right. But, of course, you have things to lose too. So shortly you've been reunited with your family that you sought for so long, and now a madman threatens to take it all away. For powers that you were blessed with for reasons you yourself don't completely know. Just because you're good. A strange thing that being a good person now makes you a bad person. Your shift ends, and the camp is safe. Background noises, sorry. As the two of you awaken, you can see the lush greenery has been restored as warmth returns to this side of the world. But the only way out to at least the exit you know of, is to head through that temple that last time you only got through because you were being guided blindly, but you were warned to not open your eyes for any reason. How do you wish to proceed?
Well, I don't really have much of a choice, but I know we weren't supposed to look, but like, how are we supposed to, get by?
Agreed.
I suppose we maybe just look at the floor?
Well, I know that I have protections on me, so maybe if you close your eyes and
Are you sure?
I
It
mean,
could be very dangerous,
could be, but something that affects us by just looking at it. Then better if one of us is still unaffected rather than both of us.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, that makes the most sense, logically. You said you've got protections? You think you'll be alright?
I believe I can handle it.
I'm not really liking that hesitation there.
I mean, I don't know what we're going to face, but
I mean,
my chances are higher than you, so rather I take the risk.
bit offended by that, really, but you know, you say you've got protections. I'm supposing it's by your god, right?
Not really sure if I say that, but just my fate has protected me so far and has helped us, has protected, I don't say has protected all of us, but
It's definitely helped, I'll say that, but
some of the magic I wield can help with certain aspects, so if I catch it first, then maybe I can what magic I have and make sure that we can get to.
all right. That's what you think. Should we like hold hands or like?
That's. I guess that will, yeah, that'll be good. And keeping you close will be. Seems like the best move.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. The two of you join hands, the party all linking up as they had before, but this time, without an AI to guide you, Alfred, you will be taking the brunt of whatever it was Amos was hoping to shield you from. You take Asari by the hand and lead her up the stairs between the twin statues of mind flayers and head into the adjoining temple. Alfred, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Is wondering if I can prevent. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw.
I will say, I can tell you that as far as I can tell from your character sheet, you're not immune to what's about to happen or anything.
I guess I have the spell or protection from good and evil on.
Do you want to cast that?
Well, no, I have it. It's on me at all times.
Oh, let me double check that.
Creatures.
Target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. If you're, no, it still doesn't help.
Okay. 21.
Okay. Roll a d100.
I got a 79.
Let me check your inventory here.
Oh, that's never good.
I have a whole lot. Not as ever. Besides bucket and.
Okay.
Bucket!
Oh, bucket. Yeah, no, seriously, I hope you know, like, I've legitimately set it aside. If you find a use for bucket in this chapter, I'm officially going to, like, make it, like, an actual, like, fucking D&D item. It'll be, like, a lore thing, some fucking artifact bucket.
Fight. I'm gonna beat the final boss with bucket.
If you find a way, my dude, I'm gonna lose my mind. Alright. Alfred, you lead the party into the temple. Forced to look around and behold it all, you see murals idols. Great big statues. Everything inside the temple is strange and out of place. You find yourself bumping into things that aren't actually there, but then you go through things that appear to be there as if they aren't. Sorry, from your perspective, the trip doesn't feel unusual, but Alfred, you're now seeing what Amos was shielding you from. Nothing you see actually appears to even matter. And you find yourself bumping against the unseen just as often as you phase through the scene. But as you're leading Asari through this maze of a completely unnavigable geometry, you see it. A great statue. It seems like it's something like a mind flayer, but it's as if there's some instinct in the back of your mind that's screaming at you that it's not. It's something else. Something worse. Something dreadful. You were rolling for a short-term madness effect.
Oh.
For the next 10 minutes, Alfred, you are compelled with an overpowering urge to eat just anything. Yeah, but it can't be edible. Like something like dirt, slime, rocks. You just start eating literally anything you can get your hands on.
It said it can't be edible?
Yeah, but basically, like, you start getting this urge to eat things that aren't edible.
That's an interesting thing.
There's not really anything in here to eat, so pick something from your inventory that isn't an edible material, and you can sacrifice that to get through this. It could be coins, fucking bits of tinder, like
Got a
anything.
perfect idea. I'm gonna eat some. I'm gonna eat like a little, almost like it's gonna be like a. I'm trying to think, Twizzlers. I'm gonna eat my rope like a little Twizzlers.
Yeah, I'll allow that, sure.
So now,
Alfred, as you feel this overwhelming panic overtake you, it's sorry, you can feel Alfred's grip on your hand tighten. You've never seen or felt Alfred panic before, but whatever he's seeing that you're not frightens him. And Alfred, without even really realizing you're doing it, you just start gnawing at a thread of rope from your backpack, sucking down the fibers as it grounds you in this reality, trying to prevent your mind from being completely torn asunder with just the sensation of chewing on fibers. Just keep moving. Don't think about what that statue implies exists. Don't think about the fact that you just walked through a wall. Don't think about the fact that that wall is now being felt by you 3 feet out of place. Nothing matters. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Make it to the other side.
I must say, I don't know what it was, perfect timing or something, but the music like almost getting louder and louder. Actually, say that. It almost like
I've actually been practicing with that, like trying to like learn the soundtrack timing better.
yeah, I was like, man, good.
Alfred, note that one of your 50 feet of hempen rope is now 40 feet of hempen rope.
Oh no!
As you basically like chewed and ate 10 feet of the rope into just being completely useless. Alfred, you're not actually sure what happened. You remember going into the temple and you saw something, and now you're on the other side. And you have a frayed, sopping wet, and torn apart rope in your hands.
It's already been 10.
Yeah.
Can I open my eyes now?
Are we out?
Yeah, you have gotten to the other side.
He'll look around and I think we're out.
You think? Like
Yeah.
she's like looking around like with her eyes shut. Are you not sure?
It's weird in there. Not sure of a lot of
Weird
things.
in a way. I'm afraid to open my eyes if you're not sure.
I'm fairly confident that we're out, but
She like slowly like peeps her eyes open.
You see that indeed you are now on the other side of the temple threshold. You can see that little like alleyway area where you guys chilled out and made your plan last time. But you can see Alfred is holding this sopping wet length of rope in his hands, and he's pale and sweating and looks like he just ran a marathon.
She kind of like gives him like this look of like horror. Are you all right? Why? What's happened? Why is that wet?
I guess I'll look down at the rope and like, I mean, not too sure, but not important right now. We gotta get to the door before we run out of time. Stay here, or we have.
She like kind of like gives him like a very like once over with her eyes and just kind of like, all right, but I think you should see a doctor. Not me though. I'm not like that kind of doctor.
Doctor.
Damn it, Jim! I'm an archaeologist, not a not a
Also, like Alfred, are you okay? What happened? I got the munchies. Also, only Alfred can like I fucking love Alfred so much. You gotta love like, are you okay? Literally just had his mind fucking shattered by the totem of an eldritch god, and fucking basically got pica for 10 minutes as he fucking navigated non-Euclidean geometry, and just like, yeah, it's not important. We gotta keep moving.
Yeah.
Like, I want out of here. I've seen some shit, man. I've seen some shit, let's just go with that,
Yeah, basically. It's like, I've seen some shit. Sorry, you have no fucking clue. Some things were not meant to be known. Unsettled, you make your way further into the city and begin crossing to the final threshold.
I just like every so often I'll just kind of like be like looking over at him, like checking on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you good, bro? I'm here
Sorry.
to check out. I may not be a doctor, but I know CPR.
I'm breathing all right, so
I mean, for now.
I don't think I need CPR. What's CPR?
It's basically like the breath of life. Like if you were like dying and not breathing.
Okay, not sure how that works, but I will take you on.
Sorry, Alfred turns down medical attention.
Hmm.
But you can see he's deeply unsettled by whatever he just saw on your behalf.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like constantly like look at him, make sure that he's okay, and
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Making your way back the way you remember coming from. What pace are you taking? Do you want to get there as fast as possible? Do you want to get there, like quietly? What's the plan?
um, I'll follow. I'll follow his pace. You know, I'm mostly looking after him, making sure he's not gonna fucking pass out on me.
All right. Alfred, what pace do you want to take? You can go fast to, well, be fast, but that obviously will make noise. Go slow to basically make absolutely sure you don't agitate the undead, since you especially know they're populous in this dome. Or you can just take a normal pace and hope for the best. Like, you won't attract them, but you won't lose time either.
I'd like to get that door as soon as possible.
Taking it fast.
I would say moderate speed, like a little, like he said, like a jog pace.
Okay, noted.
All right, I'll follow his lead.
Okie dokie. You make your way into the city and start heading towards that facility you remember using as an entry point. As you make your way along, the city is its usual state of quiet, but what alerts you more is what you start seeing the further in you go. You see the occasional body of one of the undead. Not necessarily unusual in and of itself, but what startles you is the sheer amount of them you start seeing.
Oh.
Wait, I guess. Hold on, let me just. Seeing them, I'm gonna cast Divine Sense.
Valid.
Are they dead?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
yes.
are they dead?
Casting Divine Sense, you may breathe a sigh of relief. These are re-dead.
Oh. Re-dead. Re-dead undead?
They're not a problem to they're him someone
No. I need Matthew to answer my question. Are they re-dead undead?
Yeah, they've been re-deaded.
Okay.
Re-dead
Right,
undead.
so they're re-dead undead. Gotcha.
And yeah, Alfred, as you pass word along that it's safe, Asari, you look around and notice that along with the undead, the floor is littered with bullet casings.
My rabid brain literally had it autofilled to you saying the floor is lava.
Yeah, there's zombies everywhere and the floor is lava. Roll for initiative. No, you see that the floor is littered with what appear to be bullet casings. It appears the boomer gangers that got here ahead of you did not have your eye for subtlety and simply fought their way out.
Oh. Well, that's a choice.
Well, that means that two things. I guess there'll be less to take care of later. Good, and that should mean that this path is safe and also the way out.
Yeah, I suppose.
Paul or Alfred will keep going.
Okay. Following the trail of bodies and bullets, you follow a path that's unsettlingly close to the path Amos led you on, just backwards. Until eventually You manage to reach the facility that leads you out. Sorry, if you are willing to do some spellcraft, assuming you're able, you can do as you did before and simply dimension door the party to the other side and make your way back to the ship.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
All right, knock off a use of dimension door.
Yeet.
And you quickly make your way back through the lunar forest, leaving the once Boomerganger base behind you. And thankfully, your ship is not particularly hard to find, given it's not exactly hidden. You are able to find your way back fairly easily, and since Alfred, you can simply call your mount, and Asari, you have your flight, you can both get back up to it easily enough.
All right.
Reboarding your starfaring vessel stuck in the canopy. As you all climb aboard, Avaben greets you, and as you prepare to leave, pipes up as you guys start getting ready to head to your respective wheels and take the drain that the ship is going to put on you. You guys were gone for days. What happened?
A lot. A lot.
The important fact is they were here. Well, at least, yes, but they got the items we had, and they're now after door.
They're after all of the other keys and also everybody that we know and love. And then threaten to take down an entire city to open the door, whether or not they have the keys. So we're pretty much fucked at this point.
I don't think they necessarily care about our loved one. Want the keys, and
they do if they can get their hands on the keys. Yeah, absolutely, they care.
Sounds like that they kind of given up on that idea. They're more just blow up this town, or we give them the keys.
Yeah, they gave us. I'm not sure how much time we have, but we do have some time to get the keys together and do this peacefully. And she kind of gives those air quotes. But me personally, I'm not keen on the door opening, but at this point, if it's going to open either way, I'd rather be front and center when it does.
Because we don't have a choice. We've seen that there's no line they're not willing to cross.
Exactly.
I'm guessing they're already getting ready to make whatever move they're planning. I saw a bunch of them leaving ahead of you. They had these big machines they were driving, wheels and guns strapped to them.
Hopefully we can convince the others to let us have the keys, and I'm hoping that if you use the key, they don't just get destroyed or they are no longer usable. I know some of them are precious to them, but I think we should give them the.
I don't know about giving them the keys, but like if we were to, meet up with them, I suppose, and like I said, if it's going to open either way, I'd rather be front and center when it does. So something big does come out of it, we can fucking deal with it, you know?
But it's, as you said, it's gonna open either way, so. But if we don't give them the keys, they're gonna open up their way. Why is it, probably the town in rubbles? Otherwise, I would agree with you. Giving them the key would not be the best idea. But I guess we should see. I think we should grab the keys and meet up at the door. See from there.
I don't care how it's executed, to be quite frank with you. Like I said, as long as I'm there when it happens, I don't really care. I just care that we're there. And we help take care of whatever it is.
Guess so.
Anna gives a nod of agreement. I mean, they're not really giving us a choice. If it's... I mean, otherwise they'll just sink Tortage to get it, and whatever it is that's down there that is going to get unleashed anyway.
Yeah.
And that machine, Amos, he said that the Master would be willing to negotiate with us if we give him what he wants. At least maybe we can try and get a favorable deal.
I mean, Anna, I'm going to be quite frank with you, love. I don't think there is going to be a reasonable deal here because these people are after whatever is behind that door. You know, they think it's some grand, machinery that's going to change the world.
No, they think it's someone. There's a person behind the door.
For what he said, I think it's just both.
The person who has high technology enough to rival the gods. They want to kill the gods and kill magic altogether.
Which would be bad for everyone.
But Amos has suggested the best course of action is let them open the door while his guard is down. We kill him.
Yeah. He's convinced that he has some kind of high ground on us, that not using magic makes him better than us. If we can take advantage of that, might be our best way to make sure everyone's safe. Whatever thing he says he has, if we just try to ambush him without striking a deal, he's just going to end up blowing up Tortage anyway.
Exactly. That's my point. I would rather us help them open the door, deal with whatever's behind it, rather than, take down an entire fucking city for the sake of whatever's behind that door.
Yeah, it sounds like we're in agreement of giving them peace.
Well, the other keys are with our friends.
Yes.
Who are currently in Australia.
Well, at least they're heading that way. They couldn't have got there that fast.
We still have some time to travel. But, I don't think we can go to the portal that we came from.
Well, she gestures to where you can see the planet from the dome. We can always take the long way.
See any other option?
Vaven kind of sighs and just, I guess we don't have any other choice. As you prepare, obviously, as spellcasters, you two can take the wheel as you had done before.
Yeah.
Both of you make an intelligence check.
Ooh. Intelligence check.
Yes.
Good thing I am very smart.
E.
Well, actually, Lucian is smarter. That's funny. Natural 20, though. Plus
All
4.
right. Alfred?
10.
Okay.
Lucian is smarter than she is. That is so funny.
Eh. Sorry, I had to spread it out thinner.
Yeah.
As the two of you return to your stations, Anna staying with Asari and Avaven staying with Alfred, the two of you grip the wheel, allow the ship to drain your magic, and prepare to make your way home.
I feel so tired after this.
Anna kind of gives you a slight smile, kind of watching a little nervously as you once again enter that kind of dazed, omnipresent state where you're just aware of everything on the ship.
Yeah, like, oh man, I'm really tired.
Oh no, we just gotta get home.
Oh, Hunson's so good. I love my pillow.
First question, do either of you have anything you'd wish to do during the trip back?
Nah. I'm just gonna try not to fall asleep as my magic is being sucked out of me.
All right. And Alfred, anything from you?
Nope.
Okay. And second question, where exactly are you heading?
Well,
I think that we should head to Ostillions. That's just
head to where the meeting point.
exactly.
Okay. You make your way down planet side and approach the burned out remains of the Sherwood Forest. You know that more than likely your gathered allies will have to cross through this area anyway to get down to Ostillion, so you can just intercept them and inform them that things have changed.
Okay.
Since that will obviously involve at least a little bit of waiting, is there any, basically any note you want to make about what you'll be doing in the interim?
I think the only thing I want to do is talk to Anna. But like, if she's hanging out where I am,
But yeah, at this point, she was one of the people who just agreed that she's in it for the long haul.
okay. Well, like that's kind of like what I want to talk to her about.
Okay. Alfred, anything from you?
Is a no.
just a second here, then.
No. You get no seconds.
Oh, dang it.
Aw, jeez, Mom.
All right. The trip back planet side at the speed you're currently going takes a few days. It's overall quiet, mostly just maddening. Infinite darkness and stars all around you with nothing but the moon on one side and your world on the other. But
Yeah.
it's also one of those very humbling experiences, seeing the world from this high up. No borders, no division other than those of tectonics. Even the dominions of the gods aren't clearly visible from here. It's just a little blue dot with a lot of lives on it. It's humbling in a certain way, yet Alfred, especially given what you saw in that temple, it's also strangely motivating. It's also tiny in the grand scheme of things. You've seen and grappled with things that most mortals would never even think of. And yet here you are. And I think we can all agree it's not worth making that little blue dot gray. As you breach atmosphere and begin to touch down in the burnt out remains of Sherwood Forest, you can see the elves that are still sheltering there, looking at you incredulously as they see artifacts of their long dead empire literally brought to their doorstep as you all disembark. With little else to do but prepare, you all settle in and wait for your allies to join you, ready for the final battle that awaits you. Sorry, during this little bit of downtime, you pull Anna aside, and you can decide the circumstances, obviously, but just you may say whatever you wish to say to her.
Well, I was gonna talk to her while we were on the ship and like overlooking the planet.
Okay, sorry. You didn't say you wanted to do that until I asked what you want to do once you hit the planet. So okay,
Oh,
so
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah. Whenever I ask, like, is there anything you want to do during the trip? That's what I mean. All right. So while you're on the ship, then.
It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be that way. It's like
No, I was just yeah. If you want to do it on the ship, you can do it on the ship. So as you're on the way to the planet, then before you arrive, you strike up your conversation with Anna.
just like as we're like staring at the, beautiful vastness that is space, and she just kind of just says, "Beautiful, isn't it?"
Yes.
You don't have to come with us. I mean, you must be right scared out of your mind.
I am, but I mean, what kind of archaeologist would I be if I balked and ran just because we found something I was afraid of?
I mean, no one would blame you.
I would. I'd be disappointing the professor, disappointing you. I told you I was in this till the end. I'm not turning back. Someone needs to stand up to them. Someone needs to draw a line and tell them that they can't cross it.
I mean, I can't believe that they just want to take away everything, you know?
Honestly, is it bad that I can kind of understand?
No, I don't think that's bad. I think that actually it's kind of good. You know, I think, it's really hard to, sympathize with someone who looks like a bad guy. But, you know what it's like to live without something. You know what it's like to,
I mean, whenever we first got to be roommates at the college, I hated you.
really.
I mean, you didn't have to make the sacrifices I did. You didn't have to work the same way I did. It was frustrating watching all this stuff just come naturally to you. Watching the professors nod and smile whenever you made suggestions and always ask me twice as many questions and accept half the answers. I'm not special like you are. I'm not.
Oh, bollocks. Look at you. You're beautiful. I mean, I've never seen anybody like you before. And you are so incredibly smart and talented. They're stupid if they don't see that.
Thanks, love, but I'm not special, and that's okay. I mean, she gestures to the planet visible from the dome. Look at it down there. If you just seeing it from this high up, you would never know that there's a whole world of different people down there. All of them having their own little thoughts and feelings, and I I think that's the difference, you know? I'm not special, and I know I'm not. This, and she gestures to the space that you had been looking at when you said it was beautiful. I just see darkness and little lights. I know that all those places probably have their own people with their own feelings, but that, she gestures to Terra, that's what's beautiful to me. It's home. It's my shitty little rock in all this darkness. And I don't know, what helped me stop feeling that way about you was realizing that, sure, you're special and I'm not, but my life is special to me. And
You're special to me. I mean, you always have. I mean, even though you hated me, you were always so lovely to me. And, I like having you around. I honestly do.
well, then how about you stop trying to get rid of me and we do this together?
I'm not trying to just get rid of you. I'm afraid for you. I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
I
You're
don't want anything bad to happen to you or me either, but I can't just do nothing. Sorry. I'm not just gonna sit by and let the special people save me. I told you I'm done with that.
I know. I'm just afraid to lose you. I can't lose you. You're my best friend. You're my only friend, really.
She kind of shakes her head a little bit at that, but doesn't press the matter. I'm not letting you do this by yourself.
I take your hand, but I think if I took my hand off this thing, we would be dead in the water.
Yeah, let's not start drifting, but thanks. And she, yeah, she had kind of taken a seat to just kind of have her back to the console, just kind of reaches a leafy hand up to place it over your own.
Give her a smile, a very tired smile.
I know it's people like me they're trying to do this for, but I just don't think it's worth it.
I think you're worth it. I do. I honestly do. And you know,
it's just...
all of the pieces of shit that's down there, you know, whether or not they're my friends or not, you know, my mum's down there, definitely with that. You know, like you said, it's home. And, you know, this is all we've ever known. I think that, you know, our shitty rock and the shitty space that we're in right now is all beautiful. But, you know, I think it is worth it.
Yeah. It is.
And you're worth it. And don't let me hear you say otherwise.
I'm the one telling you I am!
I'll beat you. She kind of gives her a very, teasing smile.
Mm-hmm.
No, but seriously, don't let it overwhelm you. And if you need to run away, there's no shame in it.
There is. Don't kid yourself.
But I can't heal you. I don't got healing magic. I'm not a cleric.
I'm not asking you to. I'm asking you to just let me be there, standing with you instead of behind you.
I mean, who else would I have with me? I mean, this is a huge discovery. I mean, who else could I fangirl with?
Exactly. So please, just... I said I'd be there. Just take that, okay?
Alright. I promise you don't hate me anymore.
Nah.
Only
Actually,
on
it was the
Sunday.
professor who gave me a good reason not to.
Really? She kind of looks a little surprised. Can I ask why? No, baby, no more food.
She considers for a moment, kind of just staring at the distant planet. Well, I think he realized how I was feeling. Pulled me aside after class one day. Asked me asked me why I was getting things wrong that I normally wouldn't. And I eventually admitted that whenever we worked together on something, I'd change all my answers because if there was even a chance that I'd get something right that you missed, I was willing to fail a million times since I never had the same chances that you did for success anyway. Figure I might as well fail harder if I couldn't succeed like you. And he told me that people don't normally care about people like us. You know, everyone thinks about the people like you. But the people like you need people like us to balance them out. He said he's heard in his studies about these ideas people have of these gods among men, these great people who it seems like they're just born better than everyone else, but it's not just the fact that they're better than everyone that makes them do what they do. It's having people like us to fight for, to care about, to push them. And he said if I wasn't willing to do it for you, then I should do it for myself. Because, you know, even plants that don't talk, they can't just have rain and nice voices. You know, they need a little bit of burning sunlight, a little bit of pressure from the ground. Some plants actually can't survive if they're given too much of a good thing. And, you know, I told him it was bollocks at the time, but I started thinking after a while maybe he was right. That it didn't matter if I was special to everyone. It just mattered that I was special to me and to someone. And that I could use the gap between us as a motivator to try harder rather than give up, I guess. I can't fix the world. I can't change the way things are. But, you know, that's part of the reason I ended up going to Tortage in the first place with him. I wanted to pursue an independent study. I wanted to... Part of me was hoping I would end up solving this whole mystery first.
But now we're doing it together. Isn't that
That's the thing is... I think the professor's right. Maybe if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here. So... I don't think of it like we're solving it together, because I don't know if that's really true. It's not the way everyone else is going to see it, you know? But
I'm going to make sure they do see it that way, you know.
well, that's the thing is, I don't think it matters. Because we'll know. You couldn't have done any of this without me.
Absolutely not.
If it wasn't for me, Alfred wouldn't even know about any of this. That's how we first met him and I. He saved me from the Boomergangers years ago. Back then, they were still so small. They were just some asshole cultists preaching their nonsense religion in Tortage. But he saw they were giving me a hard time, and him and his friends stepped in. Look at us now. Cruising in the stars, seeing things that people back home would never believe.
I know. Mum's never gonna believe where we've been.
But you'll know. I think the professor's right. If you can't do it for anyone else, then do it for yourself. At least that's what I think.
I'm really grateful that I have you, and that the professor spoke to you, and that we're friends now.
You too. Now, what do you say we rally up the rest of the crew and prepare to shove that fancy tech where the sun don't shine.
Yes, I would love that. Honestly, I would love that.
Is there anything else you wish to say to Anna before you go for your landing?
No, that's all.
Okay. Now, at this point, you come in for your landing in Sherwood. As Avaben disembarks to explain the situation to the rest of the elves, the two of you are left to your own devices. Just confirming before we continue that, yeah, like, basically this is the closest to our usual downtime that you're going to get, so is there anything you wish to do?
So how much time do we have?
You don't know exactly how long it's going to take them to get here. The exact location they went was kept secret to avoid the Boomer Gangers tracking them. But they did say that anyone who was willing to come would come. You just have to hope that Blue Moon and Kodagwal are among them.
No. I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think Austin went to go take out Peach. I'm not sure.
What?
Oh, there you are. I thought I heard the door outside.
Yeah. So Austin, I'm assuming you're good as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's just trying to. He wants to just look, try to find them as fast as he can.
Okay. So, I guess just to confirm before I start having time pass, are you just going to wait here for them and see if they arrive, or see if you hear anything, or basically, is there like an upper limit to how long you're willing to wait before you just crack and go looking for them? Just.
I definitely don't want to wait here time, so probably just leaving 3 days at that point. Either go look for them or just go to the vault and what we can do.
So, are you okay with that plan?
Yep.
Okay. You settle in and prepare to wait for a few days to see if they arrive. Knock off a total of 6 days of rations from both of you. Just that's partially for the trip here and for waiting here for a while. But eventually, as the sun rises and sets, the two of you occasionally looking up at the distant moon and considering how strange it is to now know what it's like up there. Probably one of the few Terrans who can lay claim to that experience. Eventually, the third day comes and goes with no sign of your allies. Granted, you know that getting here from where they are certainly would take a while, but Alfred, you are not willing to wait. Do you wish to go looking for them? Now? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like.
No, yeah, just, you don't make noises when you think, so I was just making sure you heard.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think like, just be faster, just so that don't, or looking for them. Or would we be able to find them? So many questions to the answer. We'll ask what she thinks. Should we?
What do I think of what?
I mean, go out looking for, find them. Go to the door, right?
I mean, are we already in Astillion?
Remember, Austilion's in the Underdark. You're currently in Sherwood, which is just outside of the entrance into the Underdark from there. So if they're on their way here, if you wait here long enough, assuming nothing happens to them, they'll eventually show up.
We don't know when or what time they're supposed to show up, do we?
Yeah, you don't know where. Again, they didn't tell you exactly where they were staying to avoid the Boomergangers finding out, so you have no idea.
Okay.
You try to leave a message, I guess. Make sure we have someone to tell them, be up with them. Where we are.
That's true.
Your thoughts?
Well, I think that leaving a message is a reasonable I think that's a reasonable thing to do. You know, we've got things to do, but like we don't know how long we have, but we also don't know how long they'll be. DM, how long have we been gone? And how long ago did I send the message?
You sent the message to meet up with you about, at this point, it's been about closing in on 2 weeks now.
All right. Well, there's a lot of possibilities here, is the thing, is that they could be close by, or they can still be far away yet, is the thing.
I say if we go down, play again, find someone we can leave a message to them. Go down.
I mean, who can we trust like that? I mean, there's a lot of people looking for the Boomergangers. Isn't that true?
True, but be in their best interest if they brought them to it or brought them to them.
I suppose you're right.
They're down there, then talk to them. It's time to act their plan.
She kind of like frowns in thought. Yeah, that does seem reasonable, doesn't it? But I'm not sure if these people are feeling reasonable, you know?
Sounds like you prefer not to act this plan if you didn't have to. I've left enough.
Yeah.
As long as we make clear that we're willing to give him the artifacts, then let him having a bit more reason.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Then let's leave a message, I guess, and then head out, right?
password of the plan to your remaining allies that are here?
Yes.
Alright. In that case,
Right,
Avaben will volunteer to be the one that stays here to pass word along. He wants to be here to protect his family anyway.
Be like right as far as you can. More voices here, the better.
Understood. Yeah, make sure. I mean, we saw that weird map thing they're working with. They can see everyone, everything. If we have to make sure word reaches them that we're cooperating. I'll pass word along.
Like we said, there's a lot of people looking for them, so, more words of mouth means, more the message gets out,
They both give a nod. All right. I'll pass it on. Good luck.
You as well.
And with what preparations you can enact, what do the two of you wish to do next?
I suppose we head back and should we go see the professor? Let him know what's going on.
It'll be up time, but
I mean, it's in the city, so it's gonna be the place to be. Is there anywhere else that you thought that maybe we need to go?
no, not particularly. Get to this. We'll make sure that city's safe.
Yeah, that's why I'm proposing that we go to the city. I would like to go check on the professor and, as you say, the city.
I mean, it's at least safer with us there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Do you guys wish to take your new ship to get there, or
yeah, definitely. It will cut down time. So yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah, just wanted to check. Okay, easily done. Working with a ship like this, you are able to travel distances like that pretty damn fast. And with no time at all, basically, you are able to reach Tortage. You can see the pirates and criminal scum of the city staring up at the flying butterfly ship in awe as you try to find a relatively doable place to land and disembark. You can see some of the people here are instantly crowding around as you disembark from the ship. Likely discussing amongst themselves what the best strategy might be for possibly taking it.
Is there somewhere we can? I mean, is there somewhere we can keep it safe?
You can take it deeper into the jungle, but at that point, like, theoretically they could still reach it. They just have to be, stupid.
Yeah. Can we land it on the roof or some shit, and I can dimension door us down?
You could, but then the ship would just kind of drift and,
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't think they even know how to use this ship.
Likely not.
Good chance that we could, or at least leave it to Rebel till.
Yeah. Let's see. Do I have any money? Maybe I can hire somebody to watch it. Let's see. Do I have any money? Oh, I do have money. I'm going to in the crowd, do I see a big buff, like tough looking dude that looks like he might be looking for some money?
It's Tortage. Everyone fits that description.
That's fair. That's fair. Jeez and crackers. Does anybody look trustworthy?
It's Tortage? No. But I will. As you start surveying the crowd, Greylog will pipe up. I mean, if it makes you guys feel better, I can just watch the ship while you guys take care of business.
I mean, sure.
Sure. I don't really have time to do much else anyway. Just let me know whenever the fun starts, yeah?
All right. I mean, if we don't let you know, you'll definitely know by the earthquake.
He kind of does that, like, that little head tilt of, like, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. All right. Save some money.
As the two of you disembark, you can see among the usual Tortage scum, you can see Dolly is eyeing the ship with vivid and obvious fascination, probably already crunching the numbers in her head of how much that would be worth and if she can fit it in her wagon.
I'll just be like, Dolly, no, bad Dolly.
She just gives a grin and slips back into the crowd, dragging her wagon with her. And Mark will kind of sidle up to the two of you and just find anything interesting?
I mean, I think that kind of speaks for itself.
So it does. Fortunately, I'm not sure if I can fit that in my store, so you can keep it.
You're not getting that. Are you crazy?
Oh, I already got everything I wanted.
I bet you did.
You know the drill. I'll give you a special discount. Some interesting stuff up there.
Yeah, stop showing off. Nobody likes it.
Oh, except when it's you, sweetheart?
Yes, exactly.
Well, ta-ta. Good luck saving the world.
Hopefully it's still here so you can scam us.
Oh, please. I'm offering you actually pretty fair prices, all things considered. And actually pause for a moment in consideration and for what it's worth, sweetheart, be careful down there. If you need any extra ammunition, I can find a reason to arrange a sale.
I don't really have anything else that I do except for magic. Unless you've got something for that too.
I'll have a look around. I'll come find you if anything speaks to me. But
Thanks. And I mean, I was just teasing you about the scamming. I hope you know that.
It's what we do, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
I actually do think you're quite lovely.
You as well. Well, in case something happens, and he looks over both of you, I appreciate all of this, you know. I'd been wanting to get out of the store and actually see the world for a long time. Traveling with you guys gave me the excuse to do it. I've seen some incredible things and found some incredible treasures thanks to you. And you may not have known I was there, but I consider myself a part of the team.
Good to know. Quite adorable, actually.
Oh, it's what I do. They do a little hand wave. So, I just wanted to say, it's been great traveling with both of you.
It's always
And
a
they
pleasure to see you
will
and-
do a little stoop and give both of you a little kiss on the cheek.
Oh, bless.
Take care of yourselves, and if you need a set of fast hands, well, let's be real, you know I'll be there.
Yeah.
I need to get first dibs on some of that treasure down there, after all.
Oh, don't stop. Gotta give a girl a chance.
But is there anything I can do?
Just honestly, just try to stay safe. We don't really know what's behind that door or what's going to happen. So just try to. I know that you are enjoying yourself, and I can appreciate that. You know, I've quite enjoyed traveling too. But I just want you to be careful, alright?
Not to worry, sweetheart. I'm a thief. We specialize in staying out of trouble.
I think I've been to some classes that would disagree.
Well, that's what separates the good thieves from the great thieves. And Mark Mouse is a particularly great thief.
Well, if I need you for any reason, you'll know.
Always. They give a little wink and blow you a kiss.
I love him.
Oh no, they're great. Ta-ta. And good luck.
See you later. Thanks.
They give you a nod, tip
See
their
you
hat to you,
rather not
Alfred.
see you later.
Wouldn't be very good if you did. And with that, true to form, they slip into the crowd and vanish, leaving you surrounded by the chattering scum of Tordage, a few of whom offered to buy you drinks in an attempt to butter you up and hear the tale of how you got a ship like this. But other than that, most of your immediate companions are in the wind. The best you can hope for is that word spreads soon. Now that you're back in Tordage, what do you wish to do?
I'm gonna go check. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'm gonna go check on the professor.
Okay, Al? Anything from you?
I'll go check on like the entrance of the doorway now. See what there's been any action.
Okay. Alfred, you start making your way down to the divine doorway. As you start heading that way, Anna will actually tag along with you. And
I'll be
sorry.
back in a minute after I check in on the professor.
All right. Give him my best.
Of course.
Sorry, you make your way into town to head for the professor's hovel. And we will start with you.
With me?
Sorry, you reach the professor's usual domicile and knock on the door. You hear silence on the other side.
Professor, it's me.
There's a long pause before the door does slowly creak open, and you see the elderly dryad peek through the crack in the door before slowly nodding and stepping aside to allow you entry.
Oh my god, I'm so glad to see that you're all right.
You as well. I've been hearing strange things in the town gossip.
Yeah, let's sit down and have a bit of a chin waggle.
Of course. I always have time for you, dear. And as you bring him up to speed on what's happened, as per the norm, is there anything you want to specifically leave out of your retelling?
I think so. I don't want to purposely keep anything from him.
That's fair. Just want to make sure. Okay. He stares at you with an uncharacteristically somber expression. Most of the discoveries you found on this journey typically excite him. Old man he may be, but he's still a nerd at heart.
Yeah.
But this is the first time you think it may have hit him just how seriously dire the situation is.
Yeah.
And he puts his thumbs together in thought, just silently contemplating what you've told him, not even really responding to the end of your story directly.
I'll just give him a minute to kind of soak it all in. And then after a moment or two of silence, you are right.
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I mean, what's there to not be fine about? It's just the world coming to an end.
Yes, I know it's a lot to take in, but I thought you deserved to know everything.
Thank you. Well, I think what we have to do next is obvious.
Oh, yeah?
He considers for a moment like he's kind of formulating the plan in his head. Which does interest you because for most of this journey, he's been just sort of like a passive, more mentor. He hasn't really gotten actively involved for the most part. But after a moment of thought, he gives a slow nod. Well, if what you say is true, there's nowhere we can hide the keys. And with them having a few of them, the Divine Council can't, what's the word? The point is, the meeting can't end if some of the gods don't have their trinkets with them.
Correct.
So,
and, added on to that, even if they hadn't gotten the keys, they plan to, destroy the entire city to open a fucking door.
Then we need to keep watch over it. If they can't plant these explosive devices, then that gives us more room to haggle with them. I doubt we'll be able to persuade them not to open the door. It sounds like they simply have too much power. They'll likely level entire towns to persuade us to hand the keys over. But if we
They also...
just...
Go on.
I was just going to say, if we can prevent them from planting the bombs, then at the very least we know, well Tortoise not safe, but it's safer.
Paul and Honor had already headed down to the Divine Door, so, there is that. But, and I'm going to head down there after we speak.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm coming with you.
You what?
I'm coming with you.
Are you sure?
I may be an old dryad, but I taught you everything you know. I'm not helpless.
I know, but you're, she kind of like...
He stares at you, daring you to finish that sentence.
Never mind.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Yes, sir.
You can hear him grumbling to himself a little bit as he grabs a few things and starts heading out to the Divine Doorway. These whippersnappers. Little sprout grows its first blossom and thinks suddenly it knows everything. As you and Anna make your way down into the dark, you pass through the familiar halls with the various miscreants that dwell down here in the darkness alone. They watch you curiously as you pass through, before eventually you reach the point where it all began. The divine doorway towers over your head. It's strange, you've seen it so many times now, yet perhaps it only now really sinks in how big this is, both metaphorically and literally. This massive antechamber that could be a temple in and of itself. All of it for one door. And the uncountable locks and mechanisms that go into keeping it tight and shut. Anna stares up at it silently for a moment before just whispering into the dark as it echoes around. It's... You know, I've done so many sketches of it, but after a while of all this running around chasing keys, I almost forgot what we were doing it for. It's so weird to think that there's actually something behind it.
Sounds like we're about to see what's behind it.
Is it weird that not exactly, well, it's weird. I'm excited, but I feel like I'm gonna throw up at the same time.
I'm gonna pull out bucket if you need something to throw up into.
Oh, please, I can't. I can't desecrate your sacred relic. A little bit of noise from your mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. I dropped something and
No worries.
shit went down, and it should be now.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, she kind of playfully pushes you, Alfred, but you mind striking a torch?
Do you even have a torch? I do. I guess I will light the torch.
You light the torch. And as the light extends, you have to get close to the walls to be able to see anything, but you and Anna just kind of scout out the room. She looks up into the darkness with a frown and... Well, unless they planted them on the ceiling, I think we're okay.
Figured they'd get here before us.
I guess not. I mean, if Aben said it sounded like they took the long way. Us, I mean, I don't know. I don't trust them, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I feel like they're at least somewhat serious about giving us time. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being naive. Or maybe living in Torridge for this long has finally gotten to me. Knew I shouldn't have been drinking the water. She runs a hand along the door's bottom mechanisms, looking up at it with wide eyes. It's just so strange. I've wondered for years, before we even met, what was behind it. And... I'm sorry. How's the background noises? Sorry. should apologize. This is all my fault.
I don't see how it's your fault. People were on this mission probably long before you.
Yeah, but I mean, if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have even known any of this was here. Tortage never would have been a target. It could have taken them years to find it, if they ever found it at all.
Based off how they flaunt their knowledge, it sounds like they knew where it was. They just didn't know where all the keys were. They just hadn't executed the plan of getting all the keys yet.
Maybe. Thanks. And I know I've kind of just spent the last few years thanking you, but thanks for saving me. You know, whenever we first ran into each other. You know, you didn't know me. I know now that there was nothing else you would have done, but I still appreciate it. I was just some little greenhorn graduate in over her head on the case of the century, and if it wasn't for you, I probably would have been buried in it.
I don't think they would have. They didn't seem like the type to kill you, but glad I was there to help.
Yeah. She kind of shakes her head slowly. Go on.
From what I've witnessed, from what they've said, it's just they do this with purpose, but purpose odd.
Yeah. How do you feel about it all? I mean, you see the good in everyone. You know, you stick your neck out for people you barely know, people who come after you, people who hurt you. Are you like, I don't know, okay?
Has been a lot, but that I don't see all these as, I guess, necessarily black or white. I mean, it's typically never one of the other. No one's really. I don't think anyone's truly black, or he kind of looks at like his hand and door. I don't think it's truly all white. But I think that what they're doing is understandable, but going about it all wrong. Sounds like they want balance between the magic world and the non-magic. Their solution is just to remove the magic world. There can't really be balance if there's nothing to balance it with.
She gives you a nod and takes one of the hands that you had been looking at as you contemplated your own place on the spectrum and squeezes your hand gently as the two of you stand in front of the door. Yeah. Once told me that, you know, if everyone had it all good all the time, then we wouldn't flourish. you know. For what it's worth, I think you're a pretty clear-cut guy. You don't overthink, you don't second guess, you just run in doing what's right because you know it's right. I always respected that.
I can, but
Maybe not, but I can think of a lot of people who really appreciate you. I know I do. She reaches up and gives you a little kiss on the cheek. You know, Al, if this doesn't go well, if we lose, or if something happens to one of us, can I tell you something?
sure, you can tell me whatever.
She bites her lip and considers for a moment, but as she goes to answer at this point, Asari, you arrive with the professor.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted if you're talking.
I hear you talking. Just
Oh. I said, well, hello, you two look chummy. What's up?
She kind of jolts a little bit and kind of shakes her head. Oh, we're just, coming up with a plan.
Oh, what's the plan?
Yeah. Al?
Sorry, looks at you very expectantly.
he kind of looks to the door. Surprisingly, they're not here, so
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised myself, honestly.
they did somehow take the long way. This wasn't
Maybe
really
they took the long way.
that, or they have other preparing.
Do you think they're gonna bring like an army?
Army, but out there are not easy on it.
Yeah, I'm not.
But still doesn't change the fact that you not sure how they plan on opening up this door forcefully. Just
Well, I
say,
mean,
blow it up.
they said something about blowing it up. Have you guys seen any, explosives? Any dynamite or anything?
Not that we can find, but this place is huge. Even by torchlight, we can't see the full extent of it. If they did plant the bombs already, they could be anywhere.
I don't think that they necessarily need planted. I think they, well, actually, not sure anymore. But I assume they have they have ways of just blowing it up, and or just with.
I mean, they are called the Boomer Gangers, so I mean, I imagine they get the boom from somewhere.
Oh God, does that one themselves that?
I mean, it was a bit obvious, right?
I just never thought about it.
It was a bit obvious, love.
Now that they have that, whatever it is, they hit the forest with.
I'm inclined to think that if they don't have such a machine already, it's only a matter of time before they build one.
You think somebody's gonna build such a thing? Well, like a catapult.
I think we have something far more to worry about than a catapult. I've noticed something from all the things I've seen and the things you've told me about in your travels. Their technology is advancing at an alarming rate.
Yes.
Whatever it is they've discovered, whatever it is they're researching that's sealed behind that door, it's giving them the ability to research unthinkably powerful machines. We have to assume that nothing is beyond their capabilities at this point. Underestimating our enemy at this point is the key to defeat.
Well, I mean, we all know how well the mechanics are. I mean, they made a whole, computer that, ended up falling in love.
I will admit I'm fascinated by the ramifications of that, but for now, we need to focus. Now, we have 2 keys left, and they need those 2 keys to finalize their mission.
Yes.
So, do you know where Kotogwal and Blue Moon are?
No, but we know that some of our other allies are headed to Ostiliant, and we left word when we were there, so we're hoping that they just, maybe traveled with everyone else.
Well, then I hate to say it, but I think our only option at this point may be to wait. But
Yeah, unfortunately.
we may be in luck. As long as we stand guard over this doorway, they can't get any plotting by us. And I'm inclined to believe that they just might be, well, I don't want to go so far as to say being reasonable, but they're playing this smart. They know that fighting their way past us, if nothing else, is going to result in unnecessary bloodshed on their side more than ours. And even if they win, the damage would be incalculable. Sorry, you said that when he was talking with you, that he spoke at length about preparations he had made to avoid any mage ever being able to cast a spell on him.
Yes.
That does not sound like the words of a man willing to die for his cause. So, I'm inclined to believe that he's going to do anything he can to minimize the risk to himself.
I believe that.
Not so sure. Seems as though whenever he was told that the door would open and if we gave him the keys, thing is that would be the only way to have all sides be satisfied. He seemed okay with it. Of course, we never actually gave him the keys.
He kind of strokes his chin in thought. It's possible he's not willing to risk himself if it means a risk of failure. But
I mean, who likes to fail?
Right. It's possible that he's going to play this safe until he feels he either has no choice or until he is actively forced. I think if we stand guard over the door and wait, well, I can see there are 2 possible outcomes, or at least likely ones. Either our allies will rejoin us, and we can decide on what happens next together, or...
Yeah, like, reconverge, yeah.
Or they'll find our allies and catch them halfway. But at that point, we'll be relying on any sense of mercy they may have.
If
but
they have any to begin with.
indeed, I don't like it, but I don't wise for us to be gallivanting all over the sea trying to find them before they find. We may end up just passing each other by and wasting precious time, not to mention leaving the door unguarded.
Right, that's why we left word when we were in the woods.
Then,
The Sherwoods, yeah, that's it.
then
Sorry, I'm a bit tired. That ship really drains my energy.
I hope you know when this is all over, I intend to study that ship thoroughly. But
Oh, you are welcome to it. You know, actually, if it's all right with you, I'd like to join you on that because it is fascinating.
oh god, we could publish a paper. Yes.
Oh my god, the three of us, let's do it.
I suppose I have one more big discovery in me after this. But first things first. If I may make a proposal, I suggest that here and guard the door. At the very least, they won't be sneaking past us. And until then, I think we have no choice but to wait. Our allies will rejoin us, or the Boomer Gangers will report to us that they found them. Either way, news will come to us, but I don't know if we have any other choice.
I'll look around.
What you looking for?
I was actually gonna help him and see if I couldn't see the any explosives or anything.
I'm not looking for explosives.
Well, I am.
All right. In that case, sorry, roll investigation. And Alfred, what are you doing?
I want to see if the boss, if the big man.
Roll perception.
And I'm gonna be looking for like any explosives or anything that could, be, detrimental to our health.
There. All right. Sorry, investigation. Alfred, perception.
All right, investigation.
7.
All right, 7 from Alfred.
1 second. Investigation +4. 14.
Okay. Sorry, are you, Alfred, would you be willing to either strike a new torch or, sorry, would you be willing to strike one for yourself?
Yeah.
Sorry, striking a torch, you start scouting out the room. Since you can fly, you can do it a lot more thoroughly. Alfred, you, in the meanwhile, look around suspiciously. You don't see anything, but with how thorough his stealth capabilities are, you're not sure if that's a good thing or not. You have no idea if he's here, but you definitely know you don't see him.
Do I see any
And
explosives?
yeah, I was gonna say sorry. Flying around, you check the walls, the surrounding pillars, even the ceiling. No. No visible explosives of any kind. No foreign objects that seem out of place.
All right, I'll come down and just kind of shake my head. I don't see anything. But,
I guess we just have to hope that they don't just drop a bomb on Tortage and call it a day.
oh my gods.
Well then, I'm afraid I've said my piece. Yeah, what's the plan, guys?
Well, I think we just wait. Right? I mean, there's nothing else that we can do at this point. We either wait for our friends to show up or them to show up and just kind of, you know.
Yeah, either our friends show up or our friends show up.
Who needs friends when you have enemies like that, huh?
Yeah. What do you think, Al?
All are the smart ones, so.
Sell yourself so short there, Paul.
Yeah. Like the kid falling behind in class, you're emotionally intelligent. And she got on the shoulder.
Don't worry, I'll help you with your homework.
And
Kind of gives chuckles, but deep in the mind, like.
yeah.
Sorry, just.
Oh yeah, it's not even offended. More just like what?
Sorry, just kind of looks at you like you're kidding, right? What? You've never been to school?
All right, so I guess taking shifts. If you guys want to do any preparation upstairs, now's the time to do it.
No,
You
I
might
just
not
need
get another chance.
No, I just need to sleep. I'm exhausted from flying that ship.
Well then, I suppose that's that.
I'm gonna take first rest. I am exhausted.
Yeah, sorry, you're already clocking out and ready to find a bed.
She just finds somewhere and just lays down and just passes out.
All right. And Alfred, any final business from you?
Nope.
Okay. Just had to make a quick note. Okay.
Oh. That's comforting, thank you.
Always. All right, so this then signals the beginning of what will likely be the final downtime of this campaign. Now, I've already gotten word from Greylog about what they want to do. Asari, if you are willing to part with some gold, he can forge you both rings of protection.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm gonna need it. My AC is not that great.
I was like, do I have any attuned items? 0.
I have no attuned items with this.
Oh yeah, all the magic items you guys kind of fucking lost. All right. Okay, just a second. Just getting all the costs and what up.
The cost?
Yeah.
We're saving the fucking city. It should be free.
Take care.
They'll care a bit.
By the time they care, it'll be too late.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. All right. Just double checking here. Alfred, do you want to try and get one as well? He basically had said like he'll work with whatever you guys want to work with. So do you want to get a ring as well, or?
I mean,
Yeah, I wanted a ring.
I was saying,
No,
like,
Alfred.
Oh,
if Alfred wants the ring, which, I mean, he won't decline it. He's got no way to pay for it, so. So.
I'll pay for it.
Then, yeah, I was gonna say sorry if you don't mind paying.
No, I'll pay for it.
15,000 for this is an item. It's just not on
Just like
D&D Beyond.
all together.
So what's that?
All together.
Yes, but actually, don't note it down just yet though, because I just realized, yeah, with his with what he's doing here, sorry, it would be 8,000.
Okay. I can just pay for the whole thing.
Then knock off 8,000 gold. This is an item. I'll just have to add it to D&D Beyond because it's not in the digital editions. You both will receive a +2 ring of protection.
All right.
So
can
great.
can you put? Is it not a D&D?
Yeah, like I
that's
said,
what
it's
he
not on
said.
it is an item. It's just not on D&D Beyond, so I'll make it.
What is my?
I'll make it and then put it in your inventory before the next session. But just basically, you'll both get one.
Okay.
Your food and accommodations are already attended to thanks to Greylog's Inn. So, with that said, Alfred and Asari, how would you like to spend the final bit of downtime before the final battle begins?
The only thing that I want to do is attune to the ring.
Okay. Alfred, anything from you?
I'm good.
Okay. Then, I know it's a little bit early, but basically, like, going any further would make it kind of clumsy. That will be where we end tonight's session.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, like I said, like, and ending it, like, with everyone showing up or anything like that would just not be as organic. But, with that said, the final downtime will be coming to an end. You guys get your final chapter inspiration use. So you both get a tick of inspiration.
Sweet.
And that will be where we end for tonight. When we pick up next week, I'm assuming this will be our schedule for now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Probably.
making sure. Yeah, just making sure. So, yeah, we will be picking up same time next week with hopefully your allies arriving safely and your final preparations before, with all the keys accounted for, the Boomergangers likely intending to make their play soon. So just getting out I finally did get my intro notes back, so let me
Yay.
check out our website at officiald5hub.info. Down for maintenance at the moment, but soon to resurrect from the grave like a filthy necromancer who's about to make the discovery of the century.
Hell yeah.
Check out our link in chat to join our official D5 Discord server if you want to hang out with us directly. I will be posting that after the stream concludes. Support our episodes by posting on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Google Podcasts, and the iHeart Podcast Network. Wherever you get your podcast from, you can probably find it there. For our audio listeners, catch us live on Thursdays at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time on twitch.tv/OddTornadoProductions. Check out Odd Tornado Productions official on Tumblr to find links to our other works, including our Paladins Twitch channel at twitch.tv/AustinFreak123. And if you enjoy what we do, please support us on Patreon. That link will be posted as well. On Ko-fi at kofi.com/OddTornadoProductions. And follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/TornadoOdd. The TNO are capitalized. If you want to get immediate updates whenever we go live, as well as updates on everything else we're doing. And if you want to see more of this party, plus or minus a few, tune in Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time for our Tuesday game of Black Ink and Blue Blood, featuring a party of politicians and nobles trying to unravel political conspiracy they can just stop stabbing each other in the back long enough.
Hey, it's been some time.
Depending on who you ask.
I mean, I literally stabbed Zephyr's dad, the other day. But, that was totally different.
thanks everyone at the table so much for playing. Thanks everyone at home so much for watching. And we'll see you all